What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Hasbro has really been on a roll with this Marvel Legends brand. I feel like this is a complete 180 from the last 2 or 3 years where it felt like characters we wanted were kind of far and few between. Yeah, we get some really great, strong figures, but it felt like wave after wave were just movie, Disney Plus shows that were like, okay, whatever. But now I feel like they're putting more emphasis on the comic book figures. I think we're getting better figures as a result. So this year we've gotten that Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest initiative, cranking out classic versions of characters like Ant-Man, Mark One, Iron Man, the Hawkeye and Sky Cycle that we went up for pre-order yesterday, the Black Knight and Cersei from that Avengers 90s era, Thor, Eric Masterson versus the Destroyer. Really strong, really solid figures. And that's in addition to that Puff Adder wave, which has been really good. Seeing pictures, haven't seen all the figures in my stores yet, but I'm really looking forward to building and completing that wave because it seems like more of a throwback, more of a Marvel Legends line series that I want to keep collecting, even at this higher price point. And it's a testament to what they're doing. I'm actually not waiting for clearance. I'm like, these figures are delivering what I kind of want to see. So I'm not like, oh man, this is $25. I'm like, all right, you guys pulled off the execution of this really well. I want to support you and show that, hey, this is more of what I'm expecting, what I'm hoping to see for my $25. And so today we got another 2-pack reveal. Dan on the marketing team said, be on the lookout for a 2-pack featuring comic book characters. That's great to hear and great to see. I was thinking maybe we'd see some more Squadron Supreme members. They started off with Hyperion and Dr. Spectrum. And I thought maybe we get 2 more, kind of flesh out the team a little bit faster. But, it's Hasbro. So, for all those steps they're moving forward, they still got to go the real slow jog in terms of completing teams. So we didn't get them, but we got 2 new members, 2 new additions to the cosmic realm, if you will, of the Marvel Universe, 2 really needed characters. And I'm really excited about what we got. So we got Moondragon and Drax the Destroyer. And Drax is in his classic, I'm going to fight the Hulk, go for it attitude. I'm going to battle Thor, Thanos, do the whole thing. Really great looking figure. And Moondragon's a really great addition to your Guardians of the Galaxy shelf or your Cosmic shelf. Really good additions to the line. And that's really what I care about in all cases. For Drax, it's been a minute since he's had a figure from Toy Biz or Hasbro. This is back from the Silver Surfer line. And you see how much articulation this guy's got. But I love the brutish face, the crazed expression. He looks like he is fired up and ready to go. I mean, look at that. He even got the little wash in his teeth area. But this is the last classic old school Drax we've seen in figure form. And Drax is pretty important because back in Infinity Gauntlet, he was one of the heroes / villains / etc. fighting Thanos. And now taking a look at this cover, we're getting really close to getting most of these figures, or most of these characters in Marvel Legends form. So a quick recap. We got Fire Lord, got Nova, Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, kind of sort of Quasar, kind of missing this mass version. We've got a White Vision, Hulk, Smart Hulk, we're still missing. Dr. Doom, of course, got Scarlet Witch, got my boy Cyclops in his X Factor blue and white, Captain America, still missing the black mask that I will continue to harp on until we do get it. Got Spider-Man, got brown and orange Wolverine, Cloak, now Drax the Destroyer, Namor, the Eric Masterson Thor. Still need a better version of this Iron Man, Pip the Troll, and classic version Adam Warlock. So we're really doing a nice bit of work here in terms of getting characters knocked out for the Infinity Gauntlet to fight Thanos, to have him go, come get me. I can't wait to reenact this in full figure form, especially when we get Adam Warlock in his classic look and a better version of this armor for Iron Man. But Drax and Moondragon really, really look impressive. Check out Drax's size. I think that's really great. This set is $50, and it's not another case where, okay, it's a big character, so we're going to charge you more. They're both $25. Now, you could argue Moondragon shouldn't be a $50 or $25 figure, but at least they're being sort of consistent here. It's not a case where, oh, we're going to charge $31 for Toad, and he's going to be just as much as Iron Man and Captain America, despite being half the size. this is the other aspect of this where we're getting a larger build-a-figure type scale character added in at no extra cost, at no extra charge. So I appreciate that. That's one of those things I was complaining about where it's like back in the day we would get these figures the same size as Drax, and it would be like, hey, there's a $20 figure. We're not going back to those days, but it's nice to see a figure like Drax just thrown in here without any extra bonus costs. And Drax looks really, really good. Of course, it'd be nice to have that sculpted line of his costume, so it's not just a paintwork job. But beyond that, really great job here. Got the gauntlets, really well done. Little skull clasp on his cape. This expression looks really good. I love the work they did on his eyes right there. That's like that faded out look as if he is really fired up, ready for war. He's got a belt what looks like he would fit in perfectly with the Masters of the Universe figures. Love that. The texturing on the cape also looks really good. I mean, he came out really nice. And he's bulky. He's big. He's got those boots. Didn't look like they did any shortcuts, any short changes on the attire. It's got an alternate head sculpt with an angry, yelling, I'm ready to do battle thing. I love the muscle work here. It's an impressive looking figure. And I think they did a really nice job with classic version Drax. I mean, he just looks ready to go for it. And I love that they're including this version of Drax. I do not like this though, because you kind of hope that now that we're into the pinless joint phase, we wouldn't see pins and we wouldn't see an example of this shoulder joint with the purple as opposed to just a straight up green. And, this is one of those things where Hasbro's still working out those kinks of figures from back in the day, but you'd love to see them make those changes and improvements, especially to newer figures. But he looks like he can hold some really strong poses here, and I can't wait to put him in action and get some of my cosmic characters. So he comes with some accessories, not a whole slew of them, but it's nice to see. He's got swappable hands, grabbing hands, so he can grab Hulk's throat and then punch away. And of course, I showed you that alternate head sculpt. Really looks nice. And he works in a lot of ways. He can fight different characters, Silver Surfer, whatever you need. He really fits in nicely. You could even throw him in for your beginning of Annihilation. So got a lot of bases covered with this figure. I love the way the color scheme looks. He doesn't look like Green Goblin just on roids. He actually looks different. And I love the color choices. The gold is a nice breakup from that light green, the purple. Just a really strong figure all around. And then we get Moondragon. And I think Moondragon also looks great. Her head sculpt is fantastic. It really captures that cocky, arrogant demeanor. It's got the moon crescent earrings. Love that. Got a little risque with her outfit with the boob window, but I was a little bit disappointed to see she's rocking the single jointed elbows, no bicep articulation either. So it's kind of like, you're so close. And of course, I would love to have seen this part of her outfit not just be painted. That's probably a bit much to ask for one and done kind of character look, but otherwise that's okay. But yeah, I really like the job they did on her cape with the moon, with the crescent moon there as well. Nice flare up. Really nice looking job on Moondragon, pretty much all around. And she's got good articulation, as you can see. She can do her whole gesturing thing. I really think with her having double jointed elbows would have been better. So we can get that. I'm holding my head to channel my mental powers, pose. But other than that, I think it's good. This cape doesn't look like it's going to be too restrictive and too bulky on her. So she can hit a deep stance, deep crouching pose. Really like to see that with her. And I'm like, okay, nice job with Moondragon. She didn't come with as much as Drax, of course. I don't know if I would have preferred to see her with an angrier head or like gritted teeth, head sculpt. But since Drax had one, I kind of think that would have been nice. She's got open hands. It look a little bit different than the typical spell casting ones we normally see in this line. But I like what we got here, mixing up a little bit. So we can get this, seeing both hand sculpts here, cockiness, cocky expression. And I like that they actually sculpted this top portion of her attire. And, I knew we weren't going to get the dental floss version of her outfit, but this is still kind of works. It's kind of risque a little bit. And, like I said, we were going to get this version, but it would have been nice just to have her to include with the Avengers when they're fighting Michael Korvac. That'd have been great. But, this is not necessarily my favorite look for her. And I was about to complain because I was thinking, oh man, they did a quick Google search and was like, this version. And it's like, oh guys, come on. There's so many different Moondragon looks. But I realized that this is actually canon to a look for Moondragon I actually do care about. Her DNA Guardians of the Galaxy look. Now, the only thing you'll see here that's missing, of course, is a cape. And if you know, there is no belly button on this figure, which is kind of odd. Maybe this is something that they started and decided to paint over, but yeah, it's kind of odd. But we can actually have almost a full Rockets team here. So we've got Rocket, we've got Warlock, we've got Drax, and sort of Gamora in this style. Still need to have a Groot in giant Kaju size. And we've got Vance Astro, which is really great. I need my Phyla-Vell figure ASAP. But it's nice to see that we can get another team, another member of the Guardians. Now, this isn't her full-on Guardians of the Galaxy team matching look, but I'm kind of wondering with this head sculpt if the new customizers out there are going to have to let me know if this Nebula figure can sort of work for her. We just kind of, or maybe the Mantis because of the robotic arm. But I'm wondering if, just paint that red and swap out these legs with some bare legs so we can get this full actual look, how that would work. I wonder if maybe Hasbro could repurpose some of this figure so we can get this version of Moondragon, because she's a really cool figure. I like this look for her. And while it's not as risque as her other one, I think it still works for Moondragon. And we could have another member of the Guardians in this classic team look, which is definitely one of my favorite team squad looks all around. So I really love to see that. But all told, I think this is a fantastic set. We get two needy characters on the cosmic front. We get a big, massive Drax the Destroyer. We get a Moondragon that fits in just fine with our Guardians of the Galaxy characters. That's really nice to see. And we can flesh out another team, sort of with another team member. So that's really good. I'm excited about this. Like I said, I really want to put together an Infinity Gauntlet cover recreation. I just really need that Adam Warlock to be front and center, but really cool. And I love the fact that this is not a bonus $60 price tag because Drax is so much bigger. It's just $50. And I feel like this is a good price. So what did I do? I went to Hasbro Pulse and pre-ordered it right away because $50, $52 after tax is really worth it for a set like this, even though it doesn't have as many accessories as I would love. But let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about this pack? Did you want to see another 2-pack of other cosmic characters? Maybe more Guardians of the Galaxy figures? Let me know. As always, thank you so much for watching. This episode of Laos Figure Files has been filed.